Your task list is where you list and track the things you need to do. It's your to-do list, your action items. You might currently be keeping a to-do list on sticky notes or slips of paper, but from now on, this is the only place you should keep your tasks. PlanPlus Online keeps your tasks centralized and with PlanPlus Mobile right at your fingertips, no matter where you are. Generally speaking, tasks can fall into two broad categories: daily tasks and unscheduled tasks. Daily tasks are tasks that have a deadline. Unscheduled tasks are tasks that haven't been assigned a day or a time for you to complete them. So your unscheduled task list is where you keep your someday tasks. Let's start by clicking on Unscheduled. This is a great place to brain dump all the things you need to do. The purpose of an unscheduled task list is to keep things in a trustworthy tracking system so you can get them out of your brain and stop worrying about them. Once you've emptied your head of all the things you want to do, then you can start to organize them. Another way to enter tasks is to use a keyboard shortcut, or hotkeys. If you press the Shift, Alt, and T keys at the same time, you can enter a new task. For Mac users, it's the Shift, Option, and T keys. The tasks that you'll list probably don't all have the same priority. If you look at each item on your unscheduled task list, you'll see two sets of dashes next to each item. This first set is to help you prioritize your tasks. Your A tasks are things that must be done. They're your highest priority. They should never be procrastinated or ignored. Your B tasks are important, they should be done, but only when you've completed the A's. C's come in last. C's could be done, but are not as important to do as are your A's and B's. The list then arranges them according to priority. The next set of dashes are called action codes. These help you track the progress of your tasks. Have you completed it? Do you want to forward the task to a different day, delete the task, delegate the task to someone else, or is the task in progress? Another way to prioritize your tasks is to click on this exclamation mark. Click on the Master Tasks tab. Master tasks are another way of saying unscheduled tasks. You can see the tasks that you've already prioritized, and those tasks that are still unranked. You can then drag and drop an unranked item to prioritize it. You can also drag and drop in each list in order to change the priority of your items. Now you have a prioritized list of tasks. But if you want to be productive, you're only partway done. The next step is to assign each task a day and time on your calendar. That's the best way to ensure that your tasks will get done. Commit to your highest priorities by moving them from your unscheduled task list to your daily task list so you can schedule them. If you want to add an item to your list and already know what priority you want it to be, there's a simple way to put it on your list. Write the priority first, then a colon, then the item. It's from the daily task list that you can really gain traction by making appointments with yourself in order to complete tasks. Don't keep your tasks in the when I get around to it category. Go ahead and commit to getting things done. For example, you keep forgetting to call your mom. It's important to you, but you never quite get around to it. So let's schedule that. That will relieve a lot of pressure and maybe even some guilt. You can call her this evening when you get home from work. Let's drag that item to today at 6 o'clock. Or you can click on the task in the daily task list, click on the edit icon, click on the setup as a repeating task, and choose that every Tuesday, Call Mom will show up on your task list. Better yet, if Tuesdays at 6 o'clock works well, you can set that up as a repeating appointment. When we talked about your calendar, you saw how to set up a repeating appointment. From the month view, you can see that's been set for every week. For your weed garden item, you just check the weather and it looks like rain all week, so let's move that task to next week. You can easily do that by opening your mini calendar. Let's drag that item to next week. Moving it to next week helps you know that you'll work on it then, and you don't have to keep thinking about it this week or having it clutter your to-do list. Buy tickets is easy enough. Let's do that tomorrow during lunch. You can move the task off today's list for tomorrow. That leaves buying groceries. Let's do that tomorrow on the way home from work. We'll drag that item to tomorrow on your calendar, and we'll drag it to your mini calendar to show up on tomorrow's task list as a reminder. If you want to start a shopping list, click on the appointment and enter your list here. See eggs, bread, milk, peanut butter, and save. Now your list shows up in the little details window when you hover your mouse over the appointment. Now if you want, you can return to your unscheduled task list and start to move your B priorities onto your daily task list and schedule those. PlanPlus Online isn't just pretty, it has a brain. Here's another way to schedule your tasks. If you have a task to take out the trash on Saturday, you enter Take Out Trash on Saturday, and your task will show up on your task list on Saturday. If you don't get a task done on time, it'll still show up in your task list, but it'll be in red. If you have a deadline to read a report by Wednesday, that task will be placed on your task list from now until Wednesday to remind you. Finish the report early and mark the task as completed, and it goes away. Don't forget those two important words, on and by. Take out the trash on Saturday will move that task to Saturday. Read the report by Wednesday will place a daily reminder until the task is completed.